LA This Week.
More than 1,000 volunteers remembering the 9/11 terrorist attacks by preparing food for other people to help make our world a better place. I'm Gil Reyes with the story next.
I'm Anna Marcos. The historic Phoenix Bakery in Chinatown is celebrating 80 candles on its birthday cake. We'll show you why it's such a community event coming up.
Cal State LA celebrates half a century of Chicano studies with a legendary labor leader and a prolific punk rocker. Coming up. Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening on LA This Week. LA remembers the 9/11 terrorist attacks, not with hate, but with love. Elected leaders honor the sacrifices of our first responders with a day of service and charity. Gil Reyes has more.
In the largest 9/11 memorial ceremony in the western U.S., first responders gathered on the 17th anniversary of the tragedy.
I believe the role of the LAFD on this day is to ensure we never forget the sacrifices made on 9/11.
The ceremony taking place at Frank Hodgkin Memorial Training Center in Elysian Park. They remembered the 3,000 people killed in the September 11, 2001 attacks. America was down, but not out.
Why? Because of the selfless service of others.
Mayor Eric Garcetti remembered the 343 New York firefighters who died in service. And there were everyday civilian heroes, too, like Wells Crowther. The 24-year-old investment banker helped save as many as 18 people from the World Trade Center South Tower where he worked. Crowther had applied to become a New York firefighter because he wanted to help people.
Let that be the spirit of this day, this National Day of Service, where we just don't remember only the dead and the fear, but we remember the possibility and the life that they want us to live. The bigger picture that we should make today count and every day count.
9/11 Day, established in 2009, has since become the nation's largest annual day of charitable service. City leaders salute the heroes, whether or not they wear a uniform.
We will never forget the sacrifice, but we will also ensure continued service and support. I say thank you for every act of courage, of every bit of resolve to not allow that scar to overwhelm us.
Each year, some 30 million volunteers take part in the 9/11 National Day of Service. Folks in Los Angeles included. Their service? Feeding people. Gil Reyes joins us once again from Elysian Park. Gil.
Absolutely, Yana. It's about taking a day that's traditionally marked with a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, and turning it into something positive. In short, 1.5 million meals being prepared, a lot of them being prepared right behind me.
This day is just like heartbreaking and a lot of memories, and being able to give back to people, it just makes this day more positive.
Oh, it looks great. Look at that. It's perfect. Yeah.
On the anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, volunteers turned bereavement into breakfast.
We have 1,000 volunteers packing 300,000 meals for local homeless veterans and individuals, everyone in the community who needs it.
We are at the Hodgkin Firefighter Training Center, where the group LA Works has organized this food preparation drive. Dozens of local businesses and nonprofits packing meals for the needy. With other events taking place in San Francisco, New York, and Phoenix, that's 1.5 million meals prepared on 9/11.
And we're packing apple cinnamon oatmeal instant meals. I'm here with Union Bank. These are the rest of my coworkers. We woke up early today and we're happy to be here.
Angelinos showing we won't allow terrorism to divide us. In fact, the tragedy has brought people of diverse backgrounds together to feed the less fortunate. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti showed up with his friend, the mayor of Paris, France, Anne Hidalgo, both cities Olympic cities in the coming years. And when Dodgers legends Manny Mota and Steve Yeager show up too, it's an LA party packed with international goodwill.
It makes you feel good to give something back and do something to make people happy. Just coming down here with a Dodger jersey, you made a smile on a lot of these volunteers' face. It's a great deal.
Helping people, we got to think positive and make people happy.
Food prepared on 9/11 in Los Angeles was delivered to the LA Food Bank and PATH, People Assisting the Homeless. And you can get involved with either organization at lafoodbank.org and epath.org. A proposed subway to Dodger Stadium could be a game changer for fans fed up with traffic. Elon Musk's The Boring Company unveils their proposal.
In LA's soul-sucking traffic, getting to Dodger Stadium can take a while. So here's a proposal hometown fans might really rally around. It's called the Dugout Loop, an underground, zero-emissions transit system that would whisk fans to the ballpark in mere minutes.
There's many people that are excited about the project, and the city is always interested in innovative, alternative transportation options. So this project's being followed with a lot of interest.
LA City's Bureau of Engineering taking part in this public comment session at Dodger Stadium. If built, passengers would ride on underground pods that sit on electric skates. The system would pick up people at 3 locations, Los Feliz, East Hollywood, and Rampart Village, and take them to the stadium in less than 4 minutes. The Dugout Loop would be built by The Boring Company, a group headed by Elon Musk, the brains behind Tesla and SpaceX. But not everyone's on board.
There's other places this idea could be done beside under the earthquake fault that we all drove over to get into this building.
However, most of the input appears to be positive.
This is a great thought. Keep it up. It's good for Los Angeles, and we will deal with the issues.
Musk says the loop, which would include a 3.5-mile tunnel, would take a little over a year to build. The Boring Company would pay for construction with no tax dollars involved. The cost for one ride, $1.
LA's Bureau of Engineering wants to hear your thoughts on this project. Check out their website to see how your voice can be heard. As one project gears up, another one wraps up as the new Figueroa Corridor Streetscape turns one busy thoroughfare into the street of the future.
You are watching the blossoming of a downtown urban street. 4 miles of the Figueroa Corridor from South LA to downtown LA have been transformed into a greener, safer, more earth-friendly place. And look who we found out pedaling on the new Figueroa Corridor Streetscape, or My Fig, as it is affectionately called.
We're just checking out the exciting new bike lanes here along Fig. They are safe, they're fast, they're efficient, and they're the transportation mode of the future.
My Fig is a complete street concept that makes the street a more inviting place for everyone. Better crosswalks, pedestrian and bus islands, more trees, and even dedicated bicycle traffic signals are part of the plan. And look at these protected bike lanes. No cars running you off the road over here.
We're riding to celebrate the reclaiming of our public rights of way for everyone, that it's not only a car-centric street, but pedestrians, people who take the bus, bicyclists, that everyone has a right to be in their space on the street.
This is part of a growing trend around the country of redesigning streets to balance the needs of cars, bicyclists, pedestrians, and other modes of transportation. Woo!
We know that to meet our incredibly ambitious goals, whether it's around safety or climate or sustainability, it won't be enough for all the cars to be electric. It won't be enough for all the cars to be shared, although we need to do all those things too. We have to drive less. And in order to drive less, we have to give people real choices.
This project is not only giving Angelenos more of those transportation choices, the project's designers have also partnered with 12 development projects along this corridor to create a new live-work transportation hub, and many of the units here will be affordable.
The businesses that have been transformed by the work that we have done, the residential folks that will be able to have better opportunities to walk and bike and get around their community, is what we're celebrating with this change to Figueroa Corridor.
Plus it's fun. It's really seriously fun.
It really is fun, yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if we promote tailgate parties here for bicycles so we could come see the Rams and USC play?
New kinds of tailgate parties, more vibrant businesses, greener and funner ways to get around. It appears My Fig is already changing life on this street.
The project was funded by a $20 million grant from Prop 1C, which helps improve infrastructure in urban areas. State lawmakers are pushing to make ethnic studies a mandatory high school course. But this effort began about a half a century ago with the first Chicano Studies college course in the nation.
Chicano Studies as a college course has its 50th anniversary, where the lessons first began on the campus of Cal State LA. But labor leader Dolores Huerta says lessons about the farm labor movement and racial inequality should be taught even before college.
We have to start with pre-K because racism starts down there at the kindergarten level. You know, we have to start teaching the true history of the United States of America.
Chicano Studies is now a hallmark at colleges across the nation, but here, Cal State Los Angeles had the very first. Today, students and faculty gathered at this auditorium to celebrate the anniversary of a revolution.
White justice doesn't work for me. White justice is a travesty.
Cal State LA alumnus and pioneering punk rocker Alice Bagg also here to honor the course, which was inspired by Chicano students demanding equality. Cal State LA says enrollment in Chicano Studies as a major has skyrocketed, mainly because of President Trump's crackdown on undocumented immigrants.
Helping students understand that our immigration policies are very different for folks from Haiti or Mexico than they are from folks from Canada, England, Switzerland.
There's a part of history in the United States that hasn't been told.
Councilman Jose Huizar honors Huerta by planning to name a section of Boyle Heights Dolores Huerta Square. He also supports ethnic studies early at LA Unified Schools.
In LUSD, we are over 70% Latino. And you ask yourself, are those kids, are those young minds learning about their own history?
So they can make positive changes in the future.
Last year, Oregon became the first state to require ethnic studies in the curriculum for K-12 students. Over in Chinatown, a decades-old family business is celebrating its 80th birthday. Anna Marcos takes us to Phoenix Bakery, an important cultural stop for generations of Angelenos.
What does it take to keep an entire community coming back for your sweets generation after generation?
My wife's mother came here for 45 years, taking cakes in a bus all the way to the kids, grandkids.
Well, for one thing, it takes a lot of cracked eggs, bowls of strawberries, and giant dollops of cream. We're talking real pure whipped cream. And for the Chans, who have owned the family-run Phoenix Bakery in Chinatown since 1938, it also takes several generations of hard work.
This is an incredible legacy. This is something that my father and my uncle started and worked their fingers to the bone, you know, in the very early days. Because there was so much discrimination.
The rewards is actually the people coming back. And you hear the people saying like, oh, my father brought me here or my mother brought me here and now I'm bringing my son here.
The Chans and their bakery have become a community institution, and they are celebrating their 80th birthday in style, with lion dances for good luck, and of course, a piece of one of their famous cakes for anyone who stops by.
I think they come because it was one of the first successful Chinese-owned enterprises in Chinatown.
On a busy weekend, the bakery goes through hundreds of these strawberry whipped cream cakes, which is one of their specialties, and they say you have to taste it to know why they just fly off the shelves. Oh my God, so light and fresh.
We haven't changed our product over the whole 80 years. It's the same cake that my uncle started in the early 40s.
It's a cornucopia of Chinese and American-inspired desserts. Among the favorites, the winter melons, the almond cookies and butterfly twists, and yes, that strawberry whipped cream cake as well.
He just came yesterday to buy my birthday cake for my 70th birthday.
Phoenix Bakery, by the way, has ties to the Walt Disney character Bambi.
If you look at their sign and you see the little Chinese boy that's kind of head down, cute, he was the one that designed that.
Tyrus Wong.
Tyrus Wong.
Who made Bambi.
Yes, he did.
As the second generation of Chans runs the place, the third generation is getting busy on social media and the web.
We do some shoots and help kind of keep things going and keep the younger generation interested and find ways to really engage the new customers and the new clients. There is a very new demographic that's coming to Chinatown.
Our neighborhood continuity and future sustainability depend on families like the Chans.
Who knows, by the time its 100th birthday rolls around, a fourth generation of Chans just might be taking over the Phoenix Bakery.
Want to get a slice of their famous strawberry whipped cream cake? Well, visit their website at phoenixbakeryinc.com. Heading over to North Hollywood, where art is bringing this vibrant community together. Rasha Goel takes us to the first NoHo block party.
It's all about the arts and promoting what's hidden in the NoHo Arts District. What a better way to do it than a block party.
There's art, food, drinks, free theater. It's an incredible way for the community to come together.
With 22 live theaters, 30 music recording studios, restaurants, bars, and much more, it's the hub of the arts.
People move here because they love the arts. You know, theatre, dance, music, and visual arts. That's why they moved to NoHo, because there's so much going on here. There are so many people that work here and live here who are in the arts.
It was an entire day full of things to do for all ages.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a sound bowl type of thing, so you hear the vibrations when you put your head in it.
Whether you were a spectator or a participant, it was an opportunity to engage in some type of art form. Here, people are dipping their hands in paint with a group called Muralism.
We're an organization that is bringing together special needs artists and local muralists to paint paint-by-number murals all over town, so the community gets to paint them.
And there was a dance battle. A perfect excuse to bring the community together while celebrating the arts.
And organizers hope to make this a regular event in NoHo. Well, it's a chance to see the local artists, musicians, and vendors that will be on full display at 2018's El Grito celebrations. And we got a special VIP look at what's in store for the event.
This was just a sneak peek of all the sights, sounds, tastes, and flavors to come as the El Grito VIP Preview kicked off. This year, the El Grito ceremony that marks Mexico's cry for independence promises to be more steeped in Mexican tradition than ever.
El Grito for me is the reminder that our community has come a really long way.
Councilmember Monica Rodriguez promises a Molcajete Dominguero this year, a Mexican marketplace, and it will have dozens of vendors. Many of them were on hand to show us what's in store. Homemade tequila, yup. There's that too.
Some of the recipes for our brand are recipes that my mom made, and we just introduced them with my tequila, and people are loving it.
Weird girl streetwear just for the woman of color. Gentle Riot's got that covered.
It's all about creating space for women of color in fashion and really celebrating our experiences and creating a fun, whimsical brand.
Mariachis and music also on tap, but wait, there's the food. Did you know about vegan ceviche? Well, you should.
It's just a plant-based heart of palm ceviche, topped with a little bit of black sesame seeds.
And apparently, cotton candy is also playing an important role. Cotton candy with a Mexican twist, that is. Mango, tamarindo, or how about the spicy Cheeto elote, or something like that. Basically, spicy corn. You get the idea. South of the border flavors with a little spicy Cheeto dust on top. Meanwhile, this East LA Artist Collective is creating a 50-foot art installation of El Grito, and there will be souvenir El Grito t-shirts too.
We wanted to make it big, bright, in your face. We want to make it definitely rememberable, Instagrammable. You know, like we definitely want people to stand in front of it, take photos of it.
But for Councilmember Rodriguez, there will be something more behind all the fun when she gets to ring the bell for El Grito.
I'm ringing the bell for everybody who doesn't have the privilege and the benefits of what I've had through the sacrifices of my family that have come to this country that enabled me to be the third Latina on the Los Angeles City Council.
A reminder that besides the fun, El Grito is also a symbol of the human will to stand up for freedom and independence.
The headliners for Indigenous Peoples Day are announced. The city will soon see a canopy of new trees thanks to a sizable grant, and LA and Paris team up to work on issues impacting both cities. All these stories in City Beat. Los Angeles City Council member Mitch O'Farrell and organizers of the first ever Indigenous Peoples Day celebration announced the lineup of musical performances for the event, as well as the artists involved in a live art demonstration. The historic Indigenous Peoples Day celebration will take place on Monday, October 8th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at City Hall and Graham Park public spaces. Activities will include a sunrise ceremony, a 5K fun run walk, Parade of Nations, Native American powwow, panel sessions, and a grand finale that will include a performance by critically acclaimed Native American rock group Redbone.
It really is a celebration. It's important. It will definitely be a solemn event as well, but more than anything else, a celebration.
Mayor Eric Garcetti brought climate and industry leaders together for a forum on clean transportation, which he hosted alongside Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo. The group discussed innovative ways for cities around the world to make their transportation systems more sustainable, a critical goal for Paris and Los Angeles as they prepare to host the Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2024 and 2028. Garcetti discussed the LA Clean Tech Incubator's 2028 Zero Emissions Roadmap, a new blueprint to help cities accelerate progress on their emissions reduction goals.
Our work is urgent, and we have to reduce the amount of carbon that we're putting into the atmosphere that is causing this Earth to heat up.
LA Sanitation was awarded a $1,500,000 grant for the Shade LA project from California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection to plant 2,700 trees in disadvantaged communities throughout LA. Mayor Eric Garcetti said trees bring new life to our communities, helping them grow into healthier, cooler, more beautiful places to live, work, and play. This project will create 900 new tree wells along boulevards that currently have limited urban canopy and plant a total of 2,700 trees. LA prides itself as a capital of diversity with its many cultures, ethnicities, and languages. And thanks to Grand Performances, a local music concert series, audiences are getting a look at international artists. Meet Sogand.
Like your hip-hop with a little Middle Eastern kick? Well, this is the place to get it. Grand Performances, which puts on free summer music concerts in downtown LA's California Plaza, is capping off the summer with two Iranian musical artists, a DJ and producer named Omid.
He's making beats. He's one of the early Los Angeles beat makers.
And then there's the headliner, the artist Sogan, who's won quite a following in Iran and Germany with her sultry voice and hip-hop roots.
I think that Sogan is the epitome of the 21st century woman. She's a young artist that's really beginning to explore her own voice, and I think she's innovative.
This is Sogan's first U.S. debut, and already she's won the American fans over.
I love her. I discovered her, I think, about 4 years ago, and I love her music. I don't know exactly what the style is, but I would say kind of a jazzy type.
Los Angeles, I love Los Angeles. It's Tehran jealous. Many of the Iranian people are there, and I like it.
Part of the work that we do is bringing artists and art forms that represent the many different communities that make up the city of Los Angeles.
We inspire community, we celebrate diversity, and we unite Los Angeles through free access to global performing arts.
Oh yeah, there's that too. These concerts are always free.
We believe that art should be not a ticketed, value-driven experience that is expensive. We think that art should be something that everybody is able to consume and enjoy.
Because who can put a price tag on dancing yourself into bliss with a little hip-hop belly dancing?
For more info, visit grandperformances.org. Check out the work of local talent during the Frogtown Art Walk. Tie up your running shoes for a good cause And go back in time with your favorite video games. Pac-Man, anyone? All this in this week's Things to Do. Get ready for the annual Frogtown Art Walk in Elysian Valley, featuring dozens of special exhibits from local artists and craft makers along the LA River. The Frogtown Art Walk is a biennial free tour of the studios of the artists and artisans of Elysian Valley. Run by Elysian Valley Arts Collective, the Art Walk will have 2 official stages featuring a variety of bands and lots of food trucks. It all takes place on Saturday, September 22nd from 4 to 10 p.m. For more, visit frogtownarts.com. Join thousands of people coming together to support Homeboy Industries at the 10th annual Homeboy 5K. You can expect a morning filled with fun, music, and laughter as they embark on a 5K run-walk throughout historic downtown Los Angeles. Both the 5K and Kids 1K run will start and finish in front of Homeboy Industries' iconic Chinatown headquarters. Every registration helps better the community, so sign up and make sure to get your family, friends, neighbors, and co-workers to join in on the fun. The 5K Run Walk takes place Saturday, September 22nd. For more, visit homeboy5k.rallybound.com. This 2-day free play event will transport guests back in time for the ultimate arcade rewind. Union Station's Retrocade experience will feature over 40 cabinet games from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Held in the historic Ticket Concourse, the Retrocade experience will allow visitors to enjoy an eclectic collection of classic arcade games and specialty pinball cabinets, including fan favorites Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Street Fighter. From 5 to 7 p.m. each day, guests can enter a Pac-Man tournament and compete for top honors and a Pac-Man trophy. It all takes place Saturday, September 22nd from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sunday, September 23rd. For more, visit unionstationla.com. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's going to do it for this edition. I'm Yana Kane. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org and check out our newest social media videos, LA This Minute. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.